$63. That's how much more it costs today for a family to fill a grocery cart than it did 4 years ago. You feel it, your neighbors feel it, but does Washington, D.C. feel it? No, they don't feel a thing. I'm Jim Desmond. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran, a San Diego County Supervisor, former mayor of San Marcos, and I'm running for Congress in California's 48th District. The American dream isn't supposed to be impossible, but for families in this district and in this country and in California, it's slipping away. Young people who grew up here can't afford to buy a home here. Seniors who built this community, who coached our kids, volunteered at churches, gave decades of their lives to these neighborhoods, are being forced to move away and out of California because they can't keep up with the cost of living in the place that they've called home for 30, 40, 50 years. This is a government and policy failure. It's a broken promise, and I'm running to try to fix it. Californians pay the highest utility rates in the country, and nobody in Washington, D.C. is doing a thing about it. I will. I'm going to hold utilities accountable. I'm going to make big tech data centers pay for their fair share and fight to modernize our electric grid so families stop getting crushed by their electric bills. Housing is out of reach for working class families. I want to make mortgage rates transferable, crack down on corporate investors buying up single-family homes, and create legacy housing accounts so parents can start saving for their kids' futures, just like a 529, but for a home. Our streets don't feel as safe as they used to. People with severe addiction and mental illness are being left to die in tents, and we keep throwing more money at programs that don't work for them. I'm going to push for mandatory treatment for people with mental illness, expand psychiatric facilities, and audit every dollar of homeless spending so it actually reaches the people who need the help. And unfortunately, right here in Southern California, we are one of the worst human trafficking corridors in the country. Children are being exploited. I'm going to fight for mandatory federal prison sentences for traffickers, hold big tech accountable for online exploitation, and expand care for survivors. I have already represented most of this district. I live here. I raised my family here. I know the people, and I know the problems, and I know that Washington, D.C. has become a place where too many people go to talk and too few go to work. I'll go to work. I always have. I'm not running for Congress to become something. I'm running because the seniors and veterans who built this community deserve someone fighting for them, and because young families deserve to afford a home in the neighborhood they grew up in. Because the American dream should be something you can actually reach, not something that drifts further and further away every year while politicians in Washington, D.C. do nothing. I'm Jim Desmond. I've served my country. I've served this community, and I'm ready to serve you in Congress in Washington, D.C., in California's 48th Congressional District. Elect Jim Desmond, and let's get to work.